Hey there, I'm Lance, and this is Love to Hate, where we help gamers find great games to play with non-gamers. And in this video, I'm going to show you the remastered edition of A Gentle Rain from Incredible Dream. Before we get to A Gentle Rain, I first want to talk to you all about Into the AM. Now, if you don't know Into the AM, they make fantastic men's clothing, such as this shirt that I'm wearing. And they were kind enough to give me some shirts to try on in these videos and report to you all what I think about them. And I gotta say, they're fantastic. They're absolutely great. I love this shirt. I love the graphic tees that they have. Very interesting looks to them. They have tons of different styles out there. The material is high quality. The cut is great. I love everything about it. I also really like their basic tees as well. Their basic tees are just this clean, polished look to them. No graphic designs on it, save for the Into the AM logo that's on it. But man, they just look so clean, so great. High quality, looks really, really nice. And they're not that expensive either. You definitely need to go check it out. And speaking about that, you can use our link down below in the description of this video, where it will save you 10% by using our discount code LOVETOHATE. You want to make sure to absolutely do that and go check this stuff out, guys. It's really, really great. Now, let's get into A Gentle Rain. Now, A Gentle Rain was a game that came out a while back, and we actually did a video on the previous edition. You can click the eye in the top right corner and it will take you to that video. Now, this is the remastered edition from Incredible Dream, and they're putting this out in the month of May specifically because this is Mental Health Awareness Month. And as a licensed marriage and family therapist working in mental health, that's a big deal to me. This is a game that promotes mental health awareness and healthy mental health. The designer Kevin Wilson made this game as a Zen-like experience to kind of help you to reduce stress during your day and just clear your mind. You go through the rule book, you'll see everything about that, that it is just a very calming, relaxing experience. And so we really want to promote this with Mental Health Awareness Month. Let's go down to the table. I'll show you what's different about this remastered edition, and then we'll come back and I'll share my thoughts on it. All right, I have A Gentle Rain on the table here. Let me show you all what you have here with this remastered edition. Now, the first thing I want to point out with this game is the rule book here. And this rule book here is written in a manner that I find to be very soothing and a refreshing take on board gaming. I'd like to see this more in the board gaming world. And it's just that the way the rule book is written, the very first thing it talks about is getting comfortable, changing into some loose clothing, and then turning off soft music, making yourself a drink, getting the stress out, breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. I mean, everything that I would tell one of my patients, one of my clients, about how to kind of clear your mind and let go some of that stress that we all carry with ourselves. And so I find that to be a very nice thing here with this game. And so I wanted to point that out. But what you do have with the game, you have these tiles here, and I want to point out on the tiles, you've got on the back of them some UV spotting here that you can see that I don't believe was in the original version of the game, the original edition. I think that's a new touch to it. And on the other side of these tiles, you're going to have some artwork. Again, some lake artwork that I don't think was a part of the original edition. I think we just had I think it was water, and then you had the lotus flowers on the sides. Because that is the really important part of the game, are these lotus flowers. And they're going to match these lotus flower tokens that you see here. You've got 8 of them, and the whole idea is to try to place all 8 of these tokens as quickly as you can in as few turns as possible, because that's how you get all your points in the game. Now, how the game is going to work, you'll have one tile face up in the play area like such, and this will be your starting tile, and you're ready to go. And then you'll flip over another tile, and you'll try to make some connections somewhere on the board, such as there like that. However, that's probably not a great connection because you don't want to have 2 blues, or you don't want to have to try to get the same color on the same side. But we'll roll with it. We'll see what happens here. And then we're going to flip over this one. And speaking of blue, we'll make the connection right here like such. And we'll flip over another tile. And you see that we are just simply trying to make connections. That doesn't really work, does it? Oh, look at this. And boom, we have done it. Now, Anytime that you're able to make, and as you can see, we made connections on two sides here, and you do have to have complete connections there. You can't have this one match and this one not. You have to have connections that match on all sides. But anytime you make a complete frame with this spot in the middle, well, now you can place one of these Lotus tokens, and it has to be one of the colors that make up the frame. So in this case, either the light blue, the dark blue, or the white. And in this case, I'm going to go ahead and pick blue and put it there in that spot like that. And now I have gotten rid of one of my tokens. And if I were to have made the frame of a color that I have already used, and I don't have it over here on the side, then I can't place one of the Lotus tokens. And then you just continue to keep placing these tiles out here, trying to make more and more connections. But you do want to make sure that you don't end up in a situation, wow, look at that, I've made another connection. This is crazy. I'm going to go ahead and put that one there. Now, you want to try to make sure that you never have it be the case where you've got the same color on two different sides, because you'll never have a tile that has a color repeat itself. So you want to try to avoid doing that. But essentially what you'll be trying to do is placing it in such a manner that you always leave a spot open to make a connection. As you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3 here. We just need a fourth one to go in this spot in order to make a connection. Darn, I didn't make another connection for you guys not live, but in filming of this video. But anyhow, that's the gist of the game. You're just going to keep flipping these tiles over, trying to deplete all of the tiles. And look at that, I made another one. This has got to be one of the best games I have ever played here, as I've already gotten 3 out of my 8, and I only have 5 more to go. But once you get rid of all your tiles, then or tokens, then you're going to see how many tiles you have left over. Your score is always going to be however many Lotus tokens you were able to play. So if you played all 8 of them, then that's 8 points, plus however many tiles you have left over, and that equals your score. And you really are trying your best to get to 21, because the thinking is that may be the highest that you can actually score in this game. I don't know, that you may be able to score higher, I'm not sure, but that's just what the rule book says, is that you really want to try to shoot for 21, knowing that that's just a really extremely difficult thing to do. But your ultimate goal is to get rid of all of the 8 tokens. Now, if you don't get rid of all of 8 tokens, then your score is simply just however many tokens you did get out here. You don't get any bonuses because you played all the tiles, so there is no bonus to be had. But that's the gist of the game. Real quick and easy, light and breezy. Let's go back up top and where I will share my thoughts on this one. All right, we're back, and now I'm going to share my thoughts on A Gentle Rain and let you know what I think about this one. But first, I also want to make sure that you know about the Bloom Edition that's coming out with this one from Incredible Dream. Now, later on in the month of June here in the United States at all the Targets throughout America, there's going to be a Bloom Edition of this game that's going to have some 3D sculpted Lotus flower tokens that are absolutely stunning. And the box is going to be a little bit different as well. It's going to be a bigger box. It's going to have a window in the front for you to be able to see those Lotus tokens on the shelf. Looks really, really nice. You're definitely going to want to check that out. But let's talk about this game. So, as I mentioned, this is a game that is all of Zen-like, very relaxing, very calming, and that's absolutely what you get out of this game. You get it out on the table, and it is a game in which, yeah, you want to do well, you want to be competitive, but if you don't, it's not the end of the world, because this game is so easy and quick to set up. You can just shuffle up the tiles, and you're ready to go again, and it's super fast, lightning quick in this one. And it's still challenging. It's still a game. It's not like it's just not a game. It's not like it's just, oh, this is just for fun. It is fun, but it is a game, and it is something that you want to do well in. And you're trying to get to 21 points, if at all possible. I've not gotten there quite yet, but I'm still working on that. Now, this is kind of a mind-clearing experience, too, because you don't have to think super strategic, super in-depth in order to do well in this game. You want to try to leave yourself as many open possibilities to make those 4 connections so that you can put a Lotus token down. So you're really kind of just making sure when you place a tile that doesn't make one of those connections, that you're placing it in a manner to eventually make a connection somewhere in your sprawling grid. But other than that, I mean, this is just a very calming experience of taking a look at the tile and just placing it wherever you can. I've not quite experienced like complete utter failure where I'm just completely frustrated with the game, where every tile I flip over just doesn't work and it's just really bad luck. There's never really been an experience like that. So I think that when Kevin Wilson designed this game with the mindset of trying to help people, you know, have this low stress experience while still playing a board game, I think he hit the nail on the head with this one, because you really don't have that with this game. And yet it still has all the fun of playing maybe one of these bigger, heavier games. So this is a really good experience, especially if you're somebody who does solo gaming like I do from time to time. I keep this in my office at work when I'm in between seeing clients and I just need a little bit of a debriefer, a mind clearer. I can break this out, play a 10-minute game real quick before I have to go see another client and, hear what they've got going on in their life. And so this really kind of helps me decompartmentalize. And I think that's exactly what Kevin was trying to do when he made this game. And again, I think he hit the nail on the head. So really unique, very good experience here. It's not just for solo gamers either. You can definitely play this with other people, and it would be a cooperative experience. There's not a competitive side to this game. So, but it is a Gentle Rain. It is from Incredible Dream. And again, check out the Bloom edition that is coming to Targets everywhere next month in June. If you like this video, please, please, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to be notified of all of our great new content. I'm Lance, and this is Love to Hate, where we try to bridge the gap between gamers and non-gamers. We'll catch you next time.